Hi guys, so today is going to be like a vlog type of video where I'm going to be doing something really interesting. I got my green tea over here and I got all the materials ready for the questions. Recently I came up with a video where I explained the kind of materials that I used to study for the PLAB. And 1700 is one of the biggest part of studying for PLAB. For me, I was thinking how actually could I study the 1700 questions. So the questions come from anywhere in medicine, and I was thinking how actually I could use this to study for PLAB. One, because should I study first and then attend the questions, because that I'll be much more informed. But even when I did that, I still wasn't getting enough, I still wasn't passing all the questions. So I came up with a method which really works for me, and I think I'll share it with you guys, so maybe it'll work for you as well. So let's get to it. So the first thing that you need to do is actually answer the question itself. Now you must be thinking, dude, how can I answer the question if I have not studied anything about the topic, if I do not know anything about the topic? I understand. Follow the video with me and you will understand how I use this to actually study for PLAB. So the first thing is let's answer the question. I'm going to put the question over here and I'm going to try and answer the questions without looking the answer. So the question is, a female with type 1 diabetes mellitus would like to know about a deficiency of vitamins in pregnancy that can be harmful. A deficiency of which vitamin can lead to teratogenic effects in the child? A. Folic acid, B. Vitamin B12, D. Thiamine, D. Riboflavin, and E. Pyridoxine. I think the biggest teratogenic effect that with the most important vitamin in pregnancy that is needed is folic acid, because it can lead to if there's a deficiency of folic acid, it can lead to spina bifida, which is a neural tube defect. So I'm going to go with A as my answer, and let's check what the answer is. Yes, so the answer is correct, A. So the answer is A, that was correct. So that was the first thing. Like, so I understood what the question was. I started thinking, I had a line of thought where I started thinking what the question was about. I gave my reasons and the answer was A. So I answered one question and let's move on to the next one. So the next question is, a 23-year-old woman has been having pain at the base of her thumb. The pain is reproduced when lifting her 3-month-old baby or changing diapers. Also with forceful abduction of the thumb against resistance. What is the likely cause? Now, I have no clue what this question is about. I have never come across these topics, and the options are A. Avascular necrosis of scaphoid, B. Trigger finger, and C. I don't even know how to pronounce. Dequervus tenosynovitis. So this is a perfect example where you do not know what the question. You do not know what the question is asking because you have never come across these terms before. I don't remember. Remembering reading somewhere trigger finger, but I can't remember if I studied it. So this is a perfect example of how you could. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to guess over here, because that's the only option. So I'm going to go with, I think it has something, because it's the thumb, it has to do something with scaphoid. So I think I'm going to say A, avascular necrosis of scaphoid. And let's see the answer. Nope. The answer is C. Dequervus tenosynovitis. Now, this is where the second part comes. So the first thing is you're actually doing the questions. Now, second part, when you get something wrong, as I got something wrong over here, now you have to understand why you got wrong. First of all, I do not know any of these terms. I do not know what avascular necrosis of scaphoid. I do not know. When I say do not know, maybe I have never seen them before. I do not have a clue about them. So now is what we go into the next part. Once you do not know what the question is, we go into the second part, which is research, research, research. So at this point, I'm going to start going and learning about Dequervus tenosynovitis. And along with that, I'm also going to start learning about trigger finger and avascular necrosis of scaphoid, which were the two other options, because possibly in the future, if I get a questions related and the answer is not Dequervus tenosynovitis, then I could know what are the differences. So I'm going to start studying now. And this is where the most time goes. I'm actually going to study and find out what these questions are about. So let's get into the research part.
later.
Alright guys, so that took a long time for me. I had to actually go through I had to understand what decurvence in tenosynovitis, which is the inflammation at the base of the thumb. I had to find out what trigger finger was, which is a different type of tenosynovitis where the finger actually ends up being bent. So you understand the whole point. I did not understand or had any clue about the question. I tried my best to guess. I got the answer wrong. And then I got into research mode where I start studying about the topic and start learning about what the topic was. And notice I use both these books, which are very important. So whatever information that I find on the internet, I try to always cross-reference it with the OHCM, the Oxford Clinical Medicine, Oxford Handbook of Clinical Specialities. And now I kind of feel that I understand the question a bit more better, and hopefully if I get the question again, I will be able to answer that question better. Now we go into the next question again and we repeat the entire process. That's basically it. You basically do the question and try to answer it. Always have a line of thought and think why the answer is so and so. And if your answer is correct, great. Pat yourself on the back and go into the next question. But there might be times when you might guess an answer and you might get it correct. But what you were thinking was absolutely wrong. So you got the answer by chance, by luck. That's very important. So always be sure to be very self-aware. If you know that you got that answer by chance, you have to once again go back into research mode and start studying about that question again and learning more, so that next time you get a question, it will not just be based on luck. The most amount of time that will take you during this 1700 question is actually to start learning and doing your research, because research might take a lot of time based on how much you know about the topic. If you have no clue about the topic, it might take you an hour, 2 hours. So while you're doing the question, you're actually learning as well. I think that's about it for this video, guys. I'm gonna go and start doing much more questions because it's my study time. But I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section below and let me know if you want me to make videos about any specific topics. If you are new to this channel, make sure you hit the red subscribe button and show me some support. I'll see you guys in the next video. And I'm gonna get back to the questions. Take it easy. Peace.